Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I want to talk about the nastiness and the downside, the politics of martial arts. First thing first, if anybody know me or know places I've trained, I'm not particularly talking about any person, any situation, anything negative. I do understand business. Then I understand business. Then I understand, you know, what the business model is like. I tried to do a martial art place myself, and I learned very hard how ruthless it is to do martial arts as a business. With that being said, I am currently no longer doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and this is kind of what happened. I was training in a place, and a particular instructor who was very good, is very good, and much appreciative of what I learned from this particular person. It added, Jiu-Jitsu is as numerous as the sky, as karate is numerous as the sky, as all martial arts is numerous. When you think you master something, you really haven't mastered anything. You're pretty much still white belt, no matter how long you've been doing it. But anyway, this particular person decided that they need to stop teaching and go back to train in order for them to attain their black belt, and then mention the place where they are going to start training and go from there. And first thing first, I was happy to get a stripe on my white belt, even though I'm technically a blue belt. But I felt like, let me start back over, because, when you don't do stuff for a while, it was kind of rusty, and I was rusty. 1 year of not doing jiu-jitsu, not the way I wanted. I said that, okay, let me start over. So I started over. So I was very grateful for the experience. So I got my stripe, I was very happy. Then at the end of the class, after we finished rolling, the class was told, hey, I'm no longer be able to start teaching. This would be my last class. I was thinking that was going to happen. It just felt like it. I read people very well. I'm a social worker. I train in the business of psychology. So, what I thought was going to happen did happen, and I understood that this person been contemplating it for a while, and I saw the attendance was not where it should be, and this person wanted to go further than what he was able to do. I get it. I totally understand. What I did not like was finding out that night that this was going to be the last class without a proper okay, let me find another place to train, or another 2 weeks, or the end of the month. He told me the first of the month, then, the end of the month. I already paid for the service for the month. So I was like, well, damn. I was like, this sucks. So it happens. It happened in martial arts. Where you train at, there's times that, it's a business and people got altered. I have altered my schedule. I have stopped a whole discipline because they started a different time. They moved to a different building and say, hey, we start an hour later. And that just totally went against what I was doing, because I'm a single dad of a child that got regular bedtime schedule. So you talk about classes at 9 o'clock at night. I can't get home at 10 o'clock and then, wake up at 6:30. No, I can't do that. And, I got to eat and do all that stuff. So I have quit disciplines because of it. But in a way, I understand it was a business decision, and I'm not even saying that this person this is what they wanted to do. I don't think that's what they wanted to do, and they really fought over it for a bit of time, and I understood where they were coming from. I just didn't like the last notice type of thing, and then saying, hey, then not only we started over here, the price that you're going to pay is going to double for the first 6 months, and then triple. So not only am I worrying about, oh shoot, I paid $150 for both of my karate classes plus my child. Now you're asking for additional $160, so you talk about $320 a month. That's a lot. I don't know you notice, but this stupid president is about to cause a recession. This is not the time, we're going to raise prices, but, if I wanted that type of service, I could just do that. But my schedule is what I do. My martial art is what I do. Karate is what I do the longest. Only thing that have given me problem is my karate game just did not have a full-fledged ground game. And because the power of fighting on the ground is so amazing, you pretty much got to know some type of martial art from the ground. Catch wrestling. It's so many sambo. It's so many different type of wrestling or ground game. You got to. I don't care if you're Muay Thai, boxer, whatever. You got to have some type of ground game. So I felt like I needed a ground game, and many times, especially with my line of work, we're dealing with very dangerous people. I had to take people down to the ground with jiu-jitsu, straight out, because nothing else would work outside of the police, and no police was coming. So I had to do what I had to do, and I saved people from not being hurt. I kept that person safe, and I saved myself. So just understand, loyalty, it does matter, but don't be so loyal where you don't see what best benefits you in your circumstance. And I'm a loyal type of person. If I'm gonna rock with you, I'm gonna rock with you in wartime. Cause trust me, I was still making payments several months when COVID was going on. So it's just realize it's a business, but you just change your strategy and keep on moving. Have a good one.